Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyen. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 you guys. Let me go ahead and clear this out for you with some Kick Karma ass spray. And just get myself in the higher vibration so I can get this beautiful energetic readout to you. All right, let me go ahead and call in some help. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-He Vahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, future, and so it is. Let's go ahead and get right into this beautiful read. Okay, I realize that this reading is for the Divine Masculine, but we do have cross watchers. Welcome, Divine Feminines and Karmics. Now, I do want to say that this is a general read. Please do not try to fix this to be your situation. If it does not resonate, fine. If it resonates, good. Either way, also remember that readings are fluid, which means that if it's not happening now, that it could possibly happen in the future, or it could have already passed. Take what resonates and move on from there. I will get a call as soon as I'm starting to do this reading. Anyway, can't take that call right now. What is going on with your person? Because I realize that we do get more Divine Feminines and Karmics that watch the videos more than Divine Masculines, although there are a select handful that does. And, you know, either way, it really doesn't matter who is meant to get this message and receive it is the one that's going to be watching it. All right. So your person, Divine Masculine, you, okay, if it's you, is in a situation to where you just broke up. There has been some arguing, there's been some bickering, there's been some fighting. I'm not going to go into details of what it's all about because it's irrelevant. And your spirit guides are not giving me that information. So obviously to me, it's irrelevant. The point is, Divine Masculine has been spiritually guided. He has been having divine intervention and divine counsel at night. And this breakup really was imminent. It was bound to happen. Okay. It was something that should have happened a long time ago, but it happened. So now what? Well, I feel like Divine Masculine has gotten a reality check, and because of that, he's been spiraling. I feel like he's been going down this slippery slope because this was a long time coming. Okay, this was already in the making, but I just really feel like he's at the tail end of it all, which is represented by the page of cups here, but we'll get to that card. Now, Divine Masculine is being forced to turn his back on what he thought was the best situation for him at the time via the circumstances. But as you can see, it had a live current to it. Do you see that? How she has that in her hand and she's in water. Okay, that lets me know that there was a live current to this situation. So it's not going to be as easy as, you know, he expected for him to get over his feelings and his emotions, because I feel like there was a deep, deep connection. Wands deals with passion. All right. But obviously he has turned his back to that, and it was a dead situation because that's symbolized by the skull that she's holding in her hand. The Page of Cups, it just deals with the emotions, okay? The emotions that Divine Masculine has for the karmic. It was like this childlike wonder. It was familiar. It was a past life soulmate that came into his life, but it wasn't for what he thought. It was to clear out karma. Between the two of them, it was very heart-wrenching. Very painstaking for the both of them, and they tried their best to hold on, but again, life got in the way. Why did life get in the way? Well, for Divine Feminine, which is represented by the Queen of Swords, she set boundaries. Divine Masculine wasn't able to have his cake and eat it too. It looks like this Divine Feminine put her foot down. She knows who she is. She knows her worth. And she drew a line in the sand. Okay? Now she's just sitting there like, you know what? I may consider taking you back, but XYZ has to happen first. And I really feel like she's just in the power position to where she's now in a better position to where she doesn't even feel like she has to be with divine masculine. Okay? She has risen in her power, which is represented by this position that she's in. That is a power position. Okay? She has her own light, as you can see. The light that is shining off of the sword that she has in her hand. She knows her power, and she's standing in her power, and she is like unbudged, unbothered. You know, if he comes, he comes. If he don't, he don't. That's like, you know, a nonchalant attitude that she has, but that is represented by the Queen or Swords at this moment. There has been a true depth to this relationship, and when I speak about the relationship, I'm not talking about the one between divine masculine and the karmic. I am talking about the one between him and divine feminine, because it's right after that card, which lets me know that divine masculine is going through a spiritual transformation. There had to be a death to the ego. I feel like for this person, the ego pretty much ruled their very existence, and so now being in a position to where they're not with the other person and they really truly love divine feminine all along, they're going to have to take some very bold steps back to this person. Some major steps. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be easy. Everybody thinks that, oh, well, you know, if divine masculine knows that this is his soulmate or a twin flame or yada, 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 then, you know, the masculine should move back. It's not that easy, because still he has inner wounds, inner scars that need to die. It needs to go along with the ego. Those wounds also not only need to die, they need to heal before they can disappear. And sometimes wounds don't fully heal. You know, we bring baggage in from previous lifetimes after many incarnations that we have drug along with us, and it's not easy. It's easier said than done. And the confirmation of all of this is he's in the Nine of Wands. That's about carrying your freaking burdens along with you. And in other people too. You know, the Nine of Wands is not only about carrying your own problems, but you're carrying other people's shit too. And I really feel like the karmic had put him in a position to where, you know, he wasn't only dealing with his own issues, but he was dealing with her issues, dealing with family issues, and take what resonates if this is a different sex. But he was dealing with the karmic's issues, and some of the karmics have children. He was taking upon their baggage too, because it was a package deal. A lot of these divine masculines are very open, you know, to children, even though they're by different people. And then some of these divine masculines have karmics, you know, children with the karmics, or a child with the karmic. Please take what resonates. But either way, that had became precedent over the union between him and divine feminine. But now it looks like the smoke is clearing. It looks like, you know, he is gracefully going through this transformation. But just because he's gracefully going through this transformation, it doesn't mean that it's even that much easier. But again, he is walking away from the fire. But just because he's walking away from the fire doesn't mean that he still is not affected by the smoke. Okay? The smoke is still clearing. It is still happening to him. He is still affected by it. All right? You have the Nine of Cups, which represents divine feminine, of course. You are his wish fulfillment dream come true. You are the woman of his dreams. The affection of his heart, the apple of his eye. But again, if you see that there is a lot of water around her, this represents the strong spiritual connection between divine masculine and divine feminine, which is very deep. Next, you have the Tower moment. The Tower came tumbling down. And Divine Masculine is awakening to his divine self. Let's get from the higher realms what's going on. I'll just pick the top two, or actually the top 4 cards. Christ consciousness. So he's awakening, bridging the gap between heaven and earth. That's making sense. Now Divine Masculine is starting to realize his journey. He now knows that she's Divine Feminine, and that this love is an intergalactic love, and that he needs to bridge the gap between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine within. It's not all about, bridging the gap between them in 3D, but this is a spiritual connection, all right? 5D and above. And what Divine Masculine is realizing is that he cannot do what he was once doing for the karmic when it comes to Divine Feminine, because this is a multidimensional union. It's of higher consciousness, higher awareness, and Divine Feminine has also realized that she cannot try to resolve this in 3D neither, because you guys, it just doesn't work that way. And this is the reason why you see a lot of twins in separation, because you cannot treat this like a regular 3D relationship. You won't get the desired results that you want or the rewards that you rightly deserve, which brings me to the karmic rewards. Karmic rewards are on the way. They are on the way because, actually, I got corrected by source. They are here. They're not on the way. They are here. Ready to be claimed. Divine Masculine is ready to claim his Divine Feminine. But you guys, don't fail to realize that Divine Masculine still has a life outside of Divine Feminine. And with that, he needs illumination to wake up so he can go about this the right way. What goes in the dark comes out in the light, understandings, and intuitive guidance. Remember, first, Divine Masculine was fighting these intuitive nudges and these intuitive guidance that he needed to, shake the relationship that he was in. For a lot of Divine Masculines, they were in very toxic relationships with these karmics. I feel like this Divine Masculine was not even the man in the situation. He was emasculated. The karmic pretty much ran the show. And there was no balance. There was no balance at all. So that is the quick energetic read. I'm not going to do an extended version. This is pretty cut and dry. But again, that Tower moment had to happen. It had to happen. You see that? But if you look at this Tower, you guys, I believe this represents having a new solid foundation, because that Tower did not come down. And I think this represents your union. This represents your union. Everything is still intact. Look at that. All right, it is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list on Amazon, and it will appear in the channel. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.